if he hits it.
I got you, Chopper. Go!
What? The heck?
Hey, what's up? I'm in Oaxaca, Mexico. If you speak English and play tabletop games, maybe we can hang out. Anyway, I've had a crazy couple of weeks, so I thought it would be fun to do like a throwback style episode, and this is it. Welcome to this episode of the animated spellbook Unseen Servant. Brought to you by a paid ad for Che and Peku's Patreon. Unseen Servant is a spell that creates an invisible, mindless, shapeless force that can move and interact with objects in order to do tasks as if it were an invisible human servant. Here are the examples in the spell description. It has an AC of 10 and 1 hit point, so it's in trouble if it gets attacked. But the Unseen Servant is, again, a force. It isn't a creature or an object, meaning it can't be targeted by most single target spells. For that same reason, it doesn't count as an ally, meaning that it doesn't automatically assist rogues in sneak attack. They do specifically say that an unseen servant cannot attack. But if we're trying to look at the spell holistically, although it doesn't explicitly say it in the spell description, I don't think an unseen servant can interact directly with creatures. Meaning, while I do think it could serve food onto a plate, put books away on a bookshelf, or pour a drink into a glass, I don't think it could put food into your mouth, shove a book into your hand without you using your own object interaction, or, and this is key, I don't think it could pour something into your mouth, namely a health potion. Oh, there's one more control on it. If you give it any command that brings it beyond 60 feet of you, then the spell uncasts itself and the servant disappears. The reason there are such stringent controls on Unseen Servant, I think, is that it's a non-concentration ritual, which creates something in the world which lasts for an hour. So for no spell slots, you can create
Melon Pumpkin Farm for Minecraft Bedrock, and as always, there'll be a world's out. We're gonna do it on the same side. So if you place your torch,
give me a list of everything I need.
And mine out this center block right here. That is
So
a 9x9 square.
9x9. Okay. Okay. Number 9. Number 9. Who are you? Who are you? Oh, you're that guy. Okay. Okay, walk so far. Play music. I don't music.
Unseen servants in 50 minutes and spend the last 10 giving orders to them. Or you could create 6, but then by the time you got around to commanding them to do anything useful, the first one would expire. It takes a bonus action to command an unseen servant to move up to 15 feet and interact with an object. I think out of combat, you can give them more broad orders and they'll just sort of slowly carry those out over a longer period of time. Whereas in combat, I think you have to be much more specific with the 15 feet of movement and up to 1 object interaction every turn. But I'm just inferring that because it doesn't explicitly say it. What, you might ask, can an unseen servant do? Unseen servants can keep your arcanum clean without you risking losing your secrets. They can also be cast through open windows or barred doors to accomplish tasks on the other side, such as poisoning the wine, unlocking a door, setting fires, etc. It can make a ton of distracting noise to redirect guards' attention if you're trying to break in somewhere. Let's talk about traps. It could open an unlocked door or chest that's possibly trapped. As for setting off pressure plates, I don't think an unseen servant actually has weight. So maybe it could drop something on a pressure plate if you think that that'll set it off. But I think a lot of times trying to use Unseen Servant to set traps off in front of you is just going to give you a false sense of security for when the glyph of warding that detects creatures goes off and hurts you anyway. In lore uses, I feel like rich people might have an unseen servant ritual caster on staff. That just makes sense, especially if they carry out very secretive business, right? Unseen servants could also be used to do stuff that would normally be a kind of biohazard, working with the sick or with sewage, that sort of thing. Now, there's an argument to be made that they could scout ahead for you and ring a bell or show a little green paddle if the coast is clear, but also in the description, the unseen servant is listed as a mindless force, so I don't know if it can perceive creatures, really. Although it does list fetching things as one of the things it can do explicitly and doesn't specify that it can only fetch things within the sight of the caster, which to me implies that it has some level of maybe not autonomy or the ability to distinguish what things are to accomplish tasks on its own. I mean, there are so many questions as to what the limit of what it can do and can't do is. Honestly, though, if somebody tries to use an unseen servant in battle to do anything even remotely useful, I think they're going to be fighting an uphill battle. Maybe an unseen servant could drop an oil flask or a bottle of ether, but I don't know at what point they're pushing their luck as to like the intent of the spell. I've heard people make the assertion that you could flank yourself with a bunch of unseen servants and that would somehow protect you from attacks, but I gotta say I'm not seeing it. That said, Jim from WebDM has mentioned an idea for spells like this where if somebody asks to do something a spell is clearly not intended to do, maybe the DM can just ask for a higher level spell slot. It's a cool spell. Thanks for watching this video, brought to you by a paid sponsorship for Che and Peku's Patreon. They're making awesome battle maps. Just look at the alternates on this map. I feel like I can't help but come up with a story as soon as I see this. They have options for animated maps, printable maps, preset of VTT maps, and even options to use their map.
Building your... Alright, the first thing we're going to do is grab our building blocks, and we're going to create a perimeter that is a 9 by 9 square. So the inside square is going to be 7 by 7. After building your perimeter, we're going to pick a side and mine out this center block.
Okay. Got it.
Block right here, and then mine these 3 blocks going through.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
We're going to place down a double chest peeking out of the perimeter, and then run a hopper into that chest.
Minecraft hopper. Don't be metal. Don't be metal. Don't be metal. Fuck. Okay. We're gonna come back to that. Okay. What am I trying to do right now? Alright, yeah, I need that. I don't have any feathers. I don't want to kill chickens. So that's a problem. Okay, I need music. I need to sneeze. I need something. I need something to listen to. That sounds really funny. Know that my boss wants to fuck me. Ooh.
Cause all men know better me, the glass in ahead of me, so I'll take a backseat. Try not to ignore that my boss wants to fuck me, the wandering eyes at all times in the office. Let's have more fun in company culture. Pretend that I know how to use a computer. Harass in the workplace, cold rest in bitch face. When will I learn that they just do it better? Don't touch me! Cause all men know best me. Yeah, human resources say I'm asking for it. The covert my shoulder, indecent exposure. My co-workers say I've got no sense of humour. Smile and ignore that. My boss wants to fuck me. The wandering eyes at all times in the office. Day on the job looking hot, playing dumb. When will I learn that they just do it better? Michael, I don't want to suck you off on my lunch break. Pretend that I know how to use a computer. Harassed in the workplace, my cold rested bitch face. When will I learn that men just do it better? Let's have more fun in company culture. Pretend that I know how to use a computer. Harassed in the workplace, my cold rested bitch face. When will I learn that men just do it better? That's enough!
Make up your mind, Tyler, what you're gonna play.
Get you saying no is cunty, getting out of your comfort zone. Learning how to let go is cunty, having cum on my shirt is cunty. Setting boundaries is cunty, respecting others is cunty too. Putting yourself first is cunty, learning to love yourself is cunty. C-U-N-T, I'm gonna do what's best for me, I'm cunty. That's cunty, C-U-N-T, I'll prioritize my own needs, I'm cunty. That's cunty, 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 wow! Big dick energy! Mate, that white knight act is getting pretty fucking irritating, considering it's nothing but performative. Big dick energy! Should I be the one crossing the street because I'm scared of the man right behind me? He really thinks he's big!
Big dick energy.
I'm clutching onto my keys as soon as it hits 10:30, as it's my sole responsibility to get home safely. Big dick energy once again! We're apologising for your fucked up behaviour. When at the end of the day, it's not fucking big! You're not big! You're not very big!
Oh.
It's not that fucking big. Wife BFFs in a local pub, smashing all their empty glasses looking for some fun. Running off to the road, wife and kids stay at home. I'll tell you when I've had enough. Wife BFFs swing for a punch 'cause the man at the bar was wearing makeup. You think you got a problem? Come see me. I'm a real man and I'll knock you into next week. Kings of the high street, looking for some fresh meat. Man, the fuck up, there's games to bash. Get out of my face, you fucking snowflake. 'Cause I'm out with the lads. Wife BFFs, hedging their bets. Identity revolves around pints and Crystal Palace. Running off testosterone, wife and kids stay at home. I'll tell you when I've had enough. Wife BFFs, passing the blame. You can say what you want, but she came onto me. Make those statements are alleged, don't leave drinks unattended. Another grey area, here's to the weekend. Kings of the high street, looking for some fresh meat. Man, the fuck off, there's games to bash. Down my face, you fucking snowflake. 'Cause I'm out with the lads. Kings of the castle, pissing on some buses. Wanted her in a bathroom, but you can't prove that. 'Cause I was offended, fingernails were painted. And I'm out with the lads. Kings of the castle, pissing on some buses. Wanted her in a bathroom, but you can't
well,
prove
bear in
that.
mind.
'Cause I was offended, his fingernails are painted. And I'm out with the lads. Kings of the castle, pissing on some buses. Wanted her in a bathroom, but you can't prove that. Of course I was offended, his fingernails are painted. And I'm out with the lads.
Really need more than that.
I said I like the way she looked and then I said no homo. I tell a lie, I'm hypnotized by beauty that bestows her. for sure. I like the place, but not in a gay way. No homo. I said I like the way she dressed and then I said no homo. Pre-Raphael like Celestial, true painting from Picasso. An angel of the worldly, trapped in purgatory, a test from heaven and I'm straight to hell. Said I like the way she talked and then I said no homo. Her eloquence, her resonance, the softest tongue was spoken. Epitome of everything. I tell her how I really feel. She'll realize that I'm homo for sure. I like your face, but not in a gay way. No homo. See, I'm trying to tell you something, and it's the opposite of what no homo means. But for the sake of full transparency, I like a place and it's in a gay way. Ow! Homo! I like a face and it's in a gay way. I promise no homo. I like your face and it's in a gay way. I promise no homo! Hey!
Ooh. What's that noise?
Another white man and another white man, sick in his mouth and a pint in his hands, screaming at me because he thinks it's not brand. It's 2 p.m. I'm not looking for a dad. Roses are red, violets are being shown. Now the white man won't make me go home with you. Roses are red, I like a white man. Go me so, because you understand. Another sister seems to misunderstand that they might be misinterpreting coercion for romance. So I don't want the dregs of your lager can. And I won't step my legs, but you'll be clear red flag. Roses are red, violets are being shown.
But
Now
now-
the white man won't make me go home with you. Roses are red, I like a white man. Go me so, because you understand.
Why isn't it playing? What do you mean it's unavailable? How is it unavailable?
So if you're just now joining us, we still have a variety of wonderful magic items for purchase. Take, for example, this witch's butthole holds up to 6 spells. When activated, it releases a pleasant aroma. Go ahead and give that a smell for me. It's
good.
Right? I haven't even activated the gem hole yet. This is $6.99, $6.70 if you call right now. Next, we have a wand of screaming if you... So this usually goes for around $180, or a gem, any gem, just bring a gem. Now, the deals do not end here, folks.
What
For
qualifies as a
$2.30,
gem?
this
Like,
candle of Vorpal
most
Storms
basic.
lets you cast Knife Rain at will as long as it's lit. However, when it goes out, you will forget your mom. Luckily, I don't have a mom. Neil, why don't you help out with the phones? They're going absolutely crazy over there. Boots! These magic boots turn you into a fish. However, you do have to keep wearing them while you're a fish. Otherwise, you will turn back into a human. And when you do, you will have no clothes. So, that's good. This is a wizard. He goes for around 1220. A lot of viewers at home might be wondering, is this slavery? No, he's a wizard, he can't die, he doesn't feel any pain, so do not attempt to remove the gag from his mouth. He will attempt to cast a fire spell or teleport to escape. It's better you offer him freedom. In exchange, he'll craft you trinkets and scrolls. Trinkets and scrolls and potions and stuff. This is a little R2-D2. Just an R2-D2 figurine. I had it at home, I brought it, so it's free if you want it. Folks, you're gonna love this. This hat lets you see ghosts. Now, you'll never not see ghosts even when you take the hat off. This hat will make you stop seeing ghosts, but only if you're wearing the hat. Both are 180 equal value. Now, this right here is one of my favorites. It's a limited edition version
have to get
of the
both of them, or,
Obama-Nomicon.
like,
It's actually a misprint. It
if
still
you
has
order them
several
separately?
spells that were removed by the original authors. We're talking spells like Previvify, Murturtilation, Slurt. It's got Slurt. Wandle's Heavy Hacky Sack, Chair Puddle, Chimney Ass. This is going for 2 installments of $340. You have to be crazy, folks, to miss a deal this good. Take a look at these potions over here. These are special, folks. We have a strawberry kiwi, a wonderful Pacific cooler, and my favorite flavor, grape nut grape. Now, these potions will make you blind. However, you do gain the power of one of Nalnar's sons. Any of his sons, really, you gain their strength, you gain their stamina, you gain their business acumen. Now, these potions are going for 50 each, but
Only
we'll
one
do
of them,
120
you
for the
don't
whole
get to pick, or
lot.
do you
Just
get to
call
pick?
now. This is the Bloodsworn Chalice of Ukshar Savah, Breaker of Nations, Melter of Kings. May the Nightborn quiver at the utterance of his name. May the songs of his deeds carry across the razor winds of the breach. This one makes anything inside it sort of taste like banana milk.
I like that. I really
this
actually
one's
like
not
to
for
have
sale.
that. I was just
Now,
using it for
I've been waiting
water.
to show you all this for a while. This
The texture would
sign
be weird,
ring,
though.
hammer forged in
more-
Tharxian steel, gives you a full
But they
frog's
look
eye
milk.
view of the Thunder Swamp.
Just like fat free
Now,
milk.
what does this mean exactly? I'm not entirely sure. This was given to me by a dying crone on a stump. I was told to keep it protected, keep it safe, keep it far from the hands of Nug Nug. I do not know who Nug Nug is. However, it can be yours for the low, low price of $350, unless, of course, your name is Nug Nug. Moving on. This is a wizard's butthole.
It's good.
Right? I haven't even activated the gem hole yet. We have a wand of screaming. If you... So there's that. Are you wearing a diaper? Neil!
Did I do the other one?
Welcome back to Horno's Hole. If you're just now joining us, we still have a plethora of marvelous deals for any of these magical items. Starting with this witch's broom. Works like any old broom. You just sweep it and 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 sweep it. Now just look at that, completely clean. Plus, it gives you a magic orgasm every time you sweep. Just 2 installments of $440. Now, who doesn't love solving a good puzzle? This is Squeeno's puzzle cube. So, Squeeno, so I don't know who Squeeno is, and that's the puzzle. Once you find Squeeno, you have to give him the cube. I'm pretty sure he opens it. Not sure what's inside. Yeah. It's probably Squeeno, actually. So maybe the puzzle's getting him out. It's unclear. So that's $640, or a raven's tooth and all the hair from your head. Next we have Tome's novel. Tome was a book who gained sentience, wrote a novel about his experience. Kind of a boring read, but it's only $260, so you get your money's worth. Now, this is a throne shard of Vithelius Kelquineth, Tourmaline Empress of the Hornlands. These pieces were scattered during the Great Rending. However, a few were reclaimed in the Age of Convergence. This one in particular was stolen by brigands, and then later by Brigand, Gnome Lord of the Thistlewood. And I'm telling you folks, this shard is crazy powerful. It gives you Wraith Sight, True Sight, Hindsight, lets you cast Thunder Spear, protection from fire, protection from greed. It doubles your swim speed. It doubles your jump speed.
It's really good.
This can be yours for the
What is
low
jump
price
speed?
of $350.
Oh, well, here's
And
just
to
how quickly you
activate it,
jump.
you just push it into your pee hole. Moving on, I'm really excited about this one, folks. This is Tug's drum.
Oh.
It's a magical drum. Gives you the power of drum sight. It allows you to locate any drum in the world, which is great if you want a better drum than this. So this can be yours if you grant me shelter on my weary travels and offer me bread or a soup. Oh, now this is the totem of goofy guys, just a couple of silly boys. I mean, when you look at it, it makes you laugh. I actually like this one. I think I'm going to keep it. Yeah, this one's not for sale. This one, I'm going to have that. Oh, folks, you're going to love this. These are the shrunken remains of the twin wizards of the Dragomirian Tower. So this one was Oblivicus, the Shadowmancer. He conquered the entire northern continent, including the territories of Skeent. He also subjugated the armies of Vardis. Now, his brother Rapier the Twisted, I'm not sure what he did exactly, but he's honey barbecue, and this one's teriyaki. Both are 120 equal value. Moving on. All right, what do we have next? Oh my God. What is that? Oh, that is scary. Was that there before? That was not there before. I mean, you can have this you can have this. It's free if you can. Oh, it's gone. It's gone now. Wow. Somehow its absence is more horrific than its presence. I'm just worried it's gonna show up again, maybe in my shower. What else? Oh, lastly, we got the Bracers of Defeat. Now you just strap one of these on, all right? It's as easy as that. And all bad news that comes your way suddenly sounds like good news. I've actually been waiting to try this one out because I've just received some results from my proctologist. Oh.
That would make your life
That's
a lot
actually
easier
great
if you had
news.
that.
I don't know
As
why
long
I'm
as it
so
didn't
worried.
make you
Such good news.
apathetic.
Oh man. Wow. Come to think of it, that's actually some pretty devastating news. Oh man. Oh my God. So this gives you the ability to cast Featherfall at will, and when you place it on your head like so, it pretty instantly gives you a huge thigh gap. So if you're just tuning in, folks, we have a tremendous collection of magical trinkets and wondrous items, all at a bargain price. Now this is a bottle I found in a genie. It's a beautiful bottle. Now there very well could be a smaller genie in this bottle. However, I never rubbed it to find out on account of how deep I had to pull it out of the first genie. So this is worth about 6 silver coins or a couple wishes if you're completely comfortable touching poop. Let's see, what do we have next? Oh, we have the spice weed pipe of Narvagon, the Horned Hierophant. It was a gift to his hornliness from the Thief King of the Greywind Valley, and it was actually grown from a witchwood sapling into this very shape by Onirus the Timbermancer, probably the greatest wood wizard of this age. So this comes in cotton candy or tropical blast, and it can be yours for only 3 heads of a shrieking gripper. Let's do a silly one next. This is the quill of the spiteful scribe. Just pick this bad boy up, and suddenly you have the handwriting of a master calligrapher. Write anything you'd like in a beautiful scrawling script. Just keep in mind, while wielding this pen, it does make you kind of racist. So this goes for $3.30. But it's double if you're a dirty gnome. Moving on, check this out. This is a boomerang of non-retrieval. It doesn't matter how hard you throw it, it will never Wait. No, this is the boomerang of non-retrieval. That was the boomerang of suspenseful return. So, I guess we'll keep an eye out for that. Moving on. I am super excited for this one, folks. Just in time for moon harvest, this jack-o'-lantern can tell time.
4:30.
See? Isn't that incredible? Now, it is 12 o'clock right now, but it will tell you anytime, all the time, no matter the time.
Bath time.
Exactly. Now, this only costs the eye of a newt or a fig of Newton.
Boomerang
Fig
time.
Newton.
But the deals don't stop there, folks. Here's a rare one. This is a level 3 staff. It allows you to cast any level 3 spell. Just be sure not to cast any level 4 spells, or it will send you back to level 2. Now that's 3 installments of $250, or the deed to a spooky windmill.
It's 8.
Don't you just love that thing? Just so you know, folks, you can now find almost all these items on the web. It's a big web made by a huge spider. It's in a cave somewhere. So if you do find it, please let me know. That's like half my inventory gone on a web. Anyway, so the next one we got is a bit of a pricey one. It's the perfect gift for any monarch. This is Bloodsong the First Sword, or Pelelongaluthnir to the elves. Forged in celestial steel from the asteroid that caused the Great Thaumacism and quenched in the heart of Ungwant the Deep Worm, this legendary blade not only exudes an aura of awe, but also deals radiant and psychic damage to the foes she fells, rending their souls asunder and banishing their spirit to the Grey Plains. So this is 80,000. Now that's a one-of-a-kind price for a one-of-a-kind sword. What, Neil? What is that? This is a scabbard of fine dining. Turns any blade it holds into... Okay. This is 45, and this is whatever a fork costs now. God damn it. Okay, this is Grubbard's Draft of Amnesia. It gives you amnesia. So how this potion works... Oh! Sorry, I had to sneeze. You gotta drink that for that to work. This is a potion of delayed sneezing. I did drink that earlier. Now, I'd be willing to part with both of those for 80 or a bell that's never been rung.
6:25.
Let's see, what do we have left? Oh, I almost forgot. This is the Great Helm of Amenamor, High Summoner of Happy Birthdays. You simply don the helmet, like so, and you say the magic word, and miraculously, it has suddenly become...
Birthday time.
Exactly. Oh, Neil. Well, you shouldn't have. Or maybe you should. It is my birthday, after all. Oh, I hope it's money. Oh! Oh! Oh, I'm cut! I'm cut bad! Oh. It's my birthday and I'm cut! Oh shit. It allows you to strike up to 3 creatures in just one fell swing. However, it only works within the walls of Nikto, the city of 1,000 slaves. Welcome back to Horno's Hole. Now, if you're just now joining us, we have a fantastic lineup of magical trinkets and marvelous items, all at prices that simply cannot be beat. And remember, folks, if you order Flaccidio's Wand of Limpness now, we will throw in a Cyclops Sleep Mask and an Abracadabricus, all for the low, low price of $250 or a Witch's Egg. This is Chekhov's gun. Not sure who Chekhov is. Maybe he's a wizard? Couldn't tell you. Looks cool. Not sure if it does anything special or if it's important. But it's 3:30 and it's loaded. anyway, this is the Ring of Mind Control. At only 120, when wielded, this ring creates an invisible box around any mime from which they can never truly escape. This is fun at parties.
No, my fucking...
Fun at funerals,
fucking
too.
torch.
Okay, what's next? Oh, this is the Bell of Balthazar. Wait. No, this is the Ball of Balthazar. This is actually an arcane focus from before the dark times of the Great Thaumatism, so you know this baby's been doing all sorts of spells long since banned by the Round Council. We're talking spells like Human Trebuchet, Decapistrate, Garber's Ball of 30 Spiders, Fine Xylophone, and Power Word Heal. Now that can be yours for 1030, or the map that leads to the rest of this map. All right, let's see. Okay, this is the seed sack of Raminazad, Gardener of Fiends. Simply plant one of its wicked little seeds in the grave dirt of an enemy, water it with the urine of an acquaintance, and in 3 days' time, you'll have a fully grown, skittering screecher. Then, if you pluck the correct one of its 2 identical fruit-like appendages, it will forever serve you till your end of days. However, if you choose poorly, it will destroy your crops, play you and eat your shoes. And this will be yours for 50 a seed, or the tiny rain boots of a talking frog. Folks, I know we're going to get back to this one. This is the summoning horn of the wild knight. Simply blow into this horn under the full moon, and you will be beset by dreams of racist snakes and awaken to violent bouts of diarrhea. It will certainly be a wild night. This goes for, I mean, I'll pay you to take this one, folks. Moving on, this is the Eye of Object Impermanence. Now, this thing is crazy powerful, folks, and it works from the moment you look at it. Now, I don't know what the name means, but this thing is probably the most expensive item I've ever invested in. That's why I keep it in this neat little bag.
Come on.
Oh. Oh, no. It's gone. It's gone. Great. Now I just got this stupid empty bag. It's worth nothing. Oh, okay. Let's just move on. Damn it. This is the Urn of Secrets. This bewitched vessel will bear the burden of any secret whispered inside. To do so, simply lift the lid. I'm gay. Wow. So this is actually the Jar of Lies, and it just makes up lies out of thin air. It is not for sale. Moving on. Lastly, we have Lothario's lidless bottle. Oh no, who put a cork in it? Neil! How am I gonna demonstrate the... Oh, come on.
They're ruining my fucking...
Hold on.
Don't do that. What the fuck? A fucking farmer.
Folks, you're gonna love this. At $6.50, we've got this book of baby names from the 9 hells. For instance, ooh, Aiden. Folks, if you're just now joining us, we have a vast array of chalices, goblets, beautiful flasks and flagons, all at discount dealings. Really, any vessel for hot liquids, cold fluids, juices, or soups. We even have cups for smaller cups. Now, folks, we are just getting started. This mug is a little different from the others in that it does have a handle. Now, this ergonomic, hand-carved woodcraft design is actually elven. So as you can see, this orb shows you alternate versions of yourself, dimension-wise. And it seems in this universe I'm a cup salesman, or I mostly sell cups. you can have Galzer's Orb of Multiversal Viewing for the low price of $45.95 or a Vampire's Diary. Now don't change that channel, folks, because we have more magic items at bargain prices. I was just telling Neil, this next item is perfect for all you dungeon delvers out there. This is Gweibine's Pocket Stairs. Now, if you wish to skip a floor of any dungeon, labyrinth, Puzzlemancer's Crypt, simply unfurl this intricate swatch of hand-woven Penduvian astral flax, like so. And suddenly, a structurally sound staircase will manifest through the floor, providing a pathway roughly 1 story in depth to the layer below. Just beware, the stairs have a 50% chance of summoning a Faustian demon at the bottom who will attempt to bargain your soul for a big red gem. Ignore this mischievous imp, as the gem holds no power and is made of paper mache. The stairs are real though, and they're $8.95, or one of the many bone keys to the Blood Bridge. Moving on, this next one's a fun one, folks. This is the Scabbard of Shadows. Now, how does this one work? Well, it's pretty simple. If you bequeath this unique sheath to an eager thief, he'll become fleet of feet to sneak beneath a meek sheik or chief to relieve them from any antique piece he seeks. Now, these are 3 apiece, or free if you take a peek, or maybe tweak one of my reeking teeth.
No,
I'll also throw
it's
in
not
this
it.
fucking necklace that makes you rhyme a bunch. Moving on, this next one's a bit of a saucy one. This is the mirror of the amorous incubus. Now, this mirror peers into your soul's most carnal desires and reflects back the visage of the one you lust for most. Now, I haven't tried this, folks, but if it doesn't reflect back Morgantha, the bar wench down by the Horse and Bean, it's busted. Maybe it is busted. Guess it's just a fancy-looking mirror. I do look rather dashing, though. Neil, go ahead and get this out of here. Let's see, what's next? Oh, this is Spanaglasty's whistle. Now, Spanaglasty was 800 pounds, and this is his whistle. So this is 1020, but I'd be willing to barter for Gordimer's flute or Painter's pipe. This cute little guy is Wizbo. Now, Wizbo, or Wisborius Talvanus, the Black Tyrant, as he was known during his vile reign, was a twisted sorcerer and dark defiler who ruled over the territories of Skint and most of southern Teravia with an iron fist during the age of iron fisting. Now, he was solely responsible for the genocide of the Nivirian elves, but was later thwarted by his apprentice, Ventrilotrax, bless his light, who shattered his amulet and transmuted his body into the flaccid felt form before you.
We're then gonna come over
He
to
killed
this
at my
side
nephew's
right here,
last
or the-
birthday.
Shit.
It was a bloodbath. Say hi, Wizbo. The only way he talks is if you torture him. Can't use him like a regular puppet because
Other side, it doesn't
his
matter.
butt's still
We're gonna
real.
dig
But
down
he's
2
free.
blocks
Well,
and place down a redstone.
he's not free. He's still trapped in his puppet form. But he's yours as long as you torture him. Okay. These are smoke bombs. If you need to get away, just throw one of these down to create a bunch of smoke, and you can get away
We're then gonna come diagonal
during
of the hopper,
the
whichever
smoke.
side that you made.
So these
this torch,
aren't
we're gonna do
magical,
it on the same side. So if you
but
place your torch over there, we're gonna do it on
not
this
everything
block,
has
but
to be
because I placed
crazy.
it here, we're gonna do it right here.
These are $4 each. And we are moving
We're gonna mine down 2
on.
blocks, and we're gonna
Folks,
do this.
this Mystic Hourglass, beautiful Geldian craftsmanship, when inverted,
placed
will
it here, we're
reweave
gonna
the
do it
very
right here.
threads of fate and time, allowing you to remake any crucial decisions within the last 10 to 15 minutes. Unfortunately, it's only
we're 9
powered
down,
by the
2
regret
blocks,
felt
we're gonna
upon
do this for the
realizing you
next
should have ordered
5 blocks
fajitas
here going
after you ordered some other shit and you watched someone else get their fajitas. So, really the only thing this lets you do is go back in time to get
way to
fajitas.
this end, leaving that last strip of blocks.
You could
We're
also
gonna
kill
place
a
down
bunch of people
5
in the
redstone
chilies to
torches.
let out some darkness. As long as it's within the fajita time frame. You can undo that decision as well as the fajita one.
Underground now.
So this
and
is
replace
the
blocks
most
onto-
expensive item on today's broadcast, and it's not for sale. Now folks, this next item is so new, so
We're
exclusive.
also going to grab
I haven't
another
even seen
redstone
it
torch
yet.
and go
Go ahead and bring it
diagonal
out,
to
Neil.
The other side of
Now folks,
the
I am
farm,
so excited
going down
about
2
this.
blocks
If
and
this
place
is what I think it is one of a kind and truly a sight to behold. Neil, what the hell is that? I don't like that. Get that out of here. No, don't put it down. Just get out. Sorry about that, folks. Neil used to be a chair. He got polymorphed into a guy. He was a chair before. Finally, we have this barrel of arcane jest. Now this puppy is filled to the brim with divine inspiration regarding prop-based magic item humor. Now I can personally assure you this works every time. It's so easy to use. What I do is I simply scrape the bottom of this barrel, and when I'm done sort of picking the splinters from my fingernails, I'll find like
down
a
redstone torch.
pun
We can
or
go ahead and cover
something
up
about
both
a
of
sword. Yeah, so in this universe, it seems I'm a little more meta than usual.
these now.
Also,
And
the
so that would be
curtains
right
were
here.
different.
And then
That's
these 5 blocks
$2.99
going across,
or a
and then this
one-sided coin. Up next, we have I think it's a cup to sneak beneath a meek me or these are 3. Oh no!
Stop! Brand new Horno shirt available now, featuring this sick design. Also, it's definitely not cursed. Get yours now at wizardswithguns.shop or click the link in the description.
Iron poor.
Just line that up.
We have little Susan from Tallahassee on the line with a very special Christmas prayer request. Susie?
Hi, can you please pray
Shit,
God
I was
will
afraid
give
of
me
that.
a baby brother this Christmas?
Why, of course, Susan. Dear God, we pray that Susan's father makes tender love to Susan's mother this Christmas. Amen. May he light her body on fire with 1,000 pleasures, Lord. Much like the reindeer, Father, may he don her. May he dash her.
May he prance her.
May he dance her. And may he prance her. Blitzen, that vixen god. Welcome to the annual G is for Jesus Christmas Telethon. I'm Ruby Ranch. And I'm Titus Diamond Hook. This year, we're raising funds for the poor, hungry children of Lake Titicaca. That's right. For just the price of a McDonald's Happy Meal, we can give each of these starving kids
block right
a Bible.
We're now going to grab our
Now,
rails
if
and
you
we're going to connect
rearrange
everything
the
up
letters
in a giant
in
snake.
Santa, S-A-N-T-A, you get Santan. Looks like we have another caller, Moisha Greenblatt. Thanks for donating, Moisha.
You're welcome. And I just wanted to say I love your tree topper.
Thank you. It symbolizes the star that Jesus rode down from heaven into his baby body.
No, it's a Jewish symbol.
Like
the Star of
this.
David.
David? I hope he's Christian.
Grab our rails and we're going to connect everything up in a giant
You're
snake
what
and
now?
Jewish. I don't believe in Jesus Christ.
pattern like this.
Hello? Hello?
Let's keep those phones ringing, folks. Repent of your unholy perversions and perditions, for the fires of hell and the devil's legions of demons. Spare not even. It's time to open up some Christmas prayers from our children.
What the fuck is that? Is that a
That's
horse?
right. Oh, this one's addressed to the North Pole.
Is there a horse here?
Oh, that's cute. Dear Santa. Oh, stupid freaking kid. Let's try another. Dear Jesus, good start. Tell Santa, okay. We do not worship that bright red devil. Let's try this again. Dear God, please give me a bike. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Santa. Straight to hell! Remember, every donation counts, so keep those calls coming in. That's right, we got our Deacon Daniel on the phones working hard. I love Christmas. Oh, wow! You like it? It's perfect! Oh, it looks so expensive. It is. God bless you, Titus. Well, go on. Open what I got you. You're gonna love it. All right. I'm so excited because I... Oh. You got me a Bible? Mm-hmm. I bought you extravagant, premium jewelry. Mm-hmm. And you got me a book? Titus, open it. All right. I read the thing 1,000 times. Call within the next 30 minutes to receive our Christmas worship album featuring hit tracks such as Make the Yuletide Straight. Oh, come. I was asking God the other day. I said, God, should I get another houseboat or a boathouse to house the houseboat I already have? And he said, Ruby, look, mistletoe. What? Oh, yeah. Who put that there? Uh-oh. It's above us, and you know what that means. Yeah, it means we'd have to. But I'm not. I mean, if you are, I'm not. I wouldn't. Not that that's wrong or anything. How about we just ignore it? Yeah. All right. Take it down! It's not that hard! I'm trying, but it's stuck! Well, just use both hands! Fine, hold my cocoa! Oh, we got it, Ruby! I landed on a nail! Ruby Ranch! It's not a concussion. He ate an ornament. He thought it was a cookie. Oh, Lord. Let me pray for that. Don't touch me. I'm full of glass. Well, folks, looks like we're going to have to end early this year. But before we go, let's see just how much we raised. $400,000? Wow. And we can't wait to tithe 10% of that to those hungry kiddos. Thanks, folks. Now say goodbye, Ruby. I just want to wish Santa Claus a very happy birthday. Merry Christmas.
Now, it may not be biblical to say you can earn your place in heaven by subscribing and liking this video, but maybe it's biblical. I don't know what that is, but I think it's better.
Santa gets his coals from the fires of hell, and the devil's little minion is the elf on the shelf. Oh, I know that it's true, 'cause that jolly red demon is coming for you.
The end is nigh for you, Bill Nye. Your science can't save you now. Bill. No, folks, we don't want to alarm anyone. No need to cause a panic. But soon you'll be hog-tied and spit roasted at Lucifer's luau while his hellhounds play with their new chew toy. Your children. Now, how do we know the end times hath beyond us. Well, last weekend when I was whipped in the head by a cowboy at our fall festival, I had a vision from the Lord.
And miraculously, I had the exact same vision moments later as I was pushed from the peak of our fall festival Ferris wheel by a cowboy.
And as soon as police shot and killed the rogue cowboy who besieged our fall festival, we immediately ran to our secret bunker to broadcast our message and save as many souls as possible. These righteous hand grenades will give hell to any demon swarm, locust swarm, meteor swarm, any apocalyptic swarm, really. These are the perfect addition to your end of days arsenal.
And speaking of arsenal, none are complete without the sword of the Spirit, God's infallible word.
That's right. Every purchase comes with a free G is for Jesus Bible, the word rewritten by your very own Pastor Titus and I.
Now don't worry, we didn't make a whole lot of changes. We just made sure to confirm that Jesus' birthday is on December 25th.
Finally.
And we did add a few extra books as well. I mean, not gonna lie, this is basically just the Old Testament with a couple chapters from Narnia sprinkled in for flavor. This is free for $100. Chapter 5, Jesus clapped.
This is what the book of Revelation says will happen in the final days to come.
Stars will fall from the heavens.
The oceans will turn to blood.
All the world's yogurt will boil.
Hawaiian shirts will suddenly appear tacky and sort of gauche. Ronald McDonald and his hamburger grimace.
What's interesting to me is the Bible has no physical description of the devil. So he could look like just about anyone. He could look like you. Or even me.
No.
Huh?
I know what he looks like. I seen the devil.
What?
That's right. Saw him in a Cracker Barrel parking lot.
Well, what did he look like? Wait, is it scary? Don't tell me if it's scary.
Well, to start, the devil has the hooves of a goat.
Good Lord.
And the horns of a ram.
Oh my.
And the body of a goat.
Oh. Okay.
And the face of sort of a sheep.
All right.
So he kind of just looks like this. Drew this in my sleep. No. My daughter, I have a daughter, died.
Ruby Rewards members get to avoid the devil's discipline with our complimentary Mark of the Beast disguise kit. And the best part? It's completely temporary. Oh.
Good God Almighty.
Ruby. What?
I don't know. The intrusive thought, I just did it. The demons, they got to me. They got to me of all the worst time.
Ruby, that thing is alive, so just do not let go.
Yeah, no shit.
I think there's a passage in here somewhere about this. Maybe. Okay. Do we have a lion, a witch, or a wardrobe?
God, just grab this from me before I make this worse.
Fine. I grabbed it by the pin.
I know, I was there. Daniel! Do we have any soap? Well, Titus, since I am destined to perish, I must confess my sins so I may be pure when I stand completely nude before the flaming eye of God.
I believe I have a certain something to get off my chest as well.
I think we both know what you're talking about.
Yep.
So let's just both say it on the count of 2. 1, 2.
Every once in a while, I pee in the baptism pool right before I dunk people under.
Oh my God.
What?
Huh? You said you stole money from the church? That is disgusting. Puts a bad taste in my mouth. Golden baptism.
Titus!
I know Shaq. I met Shaq, I baptized his baby. I accidentally held him a little too long underwater. Beautiful black baby, but Shaq, he was mad. Hit me right in the sports center.
So the whole thing, it was like David and Goliath, except if Goliath slam dunked David.
Shaq folded me in half.
Jeez, that was dark. All right, my turn. Grenade of truth.
Careful.
I got it. Every time I pray, I just think about football.
What? Really?
Yeah, not even the sport. Just like the the shape of the ball, the color. Okay, now you.
I mean, there's really nothing left except this mic cord running up my pant leg is actually a catheter. I just don't like getting up to pee during these long-ass shoots.
Titus, my cord is also a catheter.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Great minds, I guess.
I mean, what are the odds we had the exact same idea?
Bill!
Shaq folded me in half.
Praise God!
I did hold the baby a little too long under the water.
Now, we've procured a list of people who will not be raptured into heaven. Ronald McDonald. Ronald McDonald. Ronald McDonald and his hamburger grimace.
Stop. Believe it or not, I met Christy at camp. She was my camp counselor at my special camp for straight young boys.
Wow.
Welcome to J is for Jesus, and thank you for purchasing tape 1 of Holy Matrimony.
Our 20-part sermon series on love and the keys to a healthy, horny, holy marriage.
I'm Pastor Titus Diamond Hook.
I'm Reverend Ruby Ranch.
And today we're joined by our fertile, God-fearing wives, both named Christy.
What? I thought it was Crispy. I've been calling her Crispy for 17 years. So it's not crispy. Thought it was crispy. Scripture.
The Bible says in 2nd Bionicle that marriage binds a husband to his wife. That's right.
So we developed a flawless acronym to help you and your wife maintain total bondage.
Now the first letter is B for Bible.
Of course, this one comes first. It should always come first.
Then we have the letter D. Mutual masturbation.
I first met Christy in a night of heated passion. I mean, I'm talking unbridled bliss. We were a spiritual wheelbarrow of animalistic eroticism.
Ruby, I know how you met my wife. I was talking about how you met your Christy.
Oh! When I first saw Christy, she was LARPing. She was an orc. Apologize.
Christy, I am sorry I made our wedding all about my birthday.
Christy, I am sorry I let a contractor finger paint the whole house.
Christy, I am sorry I cracked your mother's tombstone with my new truck.
Christy, I'm sorry I ate your favorite bee. I thought it would make the honey in my tummy.
Probably Naruto.
She was supposed to sing a song. I don't know why she clammed
We're
up.
gonna grab our rails and we're gonna
Christy.
connect everything up
Well,
in a giant
Christy here was supposed to lead us in
like
prayer
this.
at the beginning,
If you're
but
having issues
I
with
guess
your
she's got an
rails like I
Altoid in
did
her
here,
mouth or some shit.
Christy!
Now, here's a question. What does God say about marriage?
It's a lot.
Well,
I find
turns
that,
out,
that rails are
absolutely
really
nothing.
annoying. So
Not
just
a
find
single
pattern that
word.
works
You
for
basically make it
I
up
find
as
that
you
placing
go.
the powered rail
Matter of fact, I want to make up a rule right now. Totally
Second
random,
along
just
with the
straight off the dome. BJ's on weekdays.
She's normally hilarious. She's basically a Looney Tune, but this morning she got me real bad in the kneecap with a fork, and then she just shut down. I had to get her to the car in a wheelbarrow. She was that limp. Worship.
I mean, she's a dom. She's a total dom. I'm a sub. Not by choice. I mean, once she gets her hands on a chip clip, it's basically over for me. Christy, knock, knock. Christy, knock, knock. Knock, knock.
I wonder who's there.
Christy.
Help works for
It's
you.
like I take out the trash, but when I ask her to get groceries, essentials like eggs or milk, she comes back with just soda. Like, just a bunch of soda. Plus, I keep catching her sucking on a lithium battery for her bipolar disorder. She says she's getting it straight from the source, but I really don't think that's how that works. And honestly, when I met her, I thought the whole atheism thing was a phase, but she won't stop whispering psych after, like, every prayer. And it was funny for a little bit, but now it's just starting to piss me off. You know, I'm just gonna say it. Christy's kind of a bitch. Hey, you can't talk to my wife like that. Get him, Christy. Oh, she got me. She got me with a fork again. Daniel, I thought we walked her through the goddamn metal detectors. Get the back team. Who gave her a fork?
I think she's mad at me. Are you mad at me, Christy? Yeah, I think she is. Look at the vein on her forehead. Christy! Are you mad at me? Are you mad at me, Christy? Christy!
We can cut the music. She ain't gonna do it.
Alien and Naruto. Christy, I am sorry I lied about Aquatica.
Cunnilingus. Till death do us part, am I right? I'm hitched to this wagon till the bitter end. Well, praise God, my wife's got quite the wagon on her bitter end. But in all seriousness, Christy, you are the light of my life.
My love for you grows stronger each and every day.
You inspire me to be a better husband, a better pastor, a better person.
And I just feel so blessed that God has led me to my soulmate.
And I look forward to every passing moment with you. Because the time we spend together, well, frankly, it's heaven on earth.
Hey, there she is.
That's my Christy.
Oh, would you look at that?
God damn it, she got me with another fork. Oh, it's like she's got a whole damn dining set in her fucking purse.
Number 12.
We have merch! Yeah, no, give me a wallet. I'm dead serious.
My pet lobster Terry loves his sandwiches.
Why would you do that? Someone should really pray about that.
Head to wizardswithguns.shop or click the link in the description.
I mean, ever since they amputated my legs and I lost all my money in the stock market, I thought I would never be happy, but now that I got this shirt, it feels like I can finally smile again.
And it should.
Hi folks, as you probably know already, if you, like me, are a Star Trek fan, the Section 31 movie is out. I posted my review video of it. Most other YouTubers who do Star Trek related content have weighed in, thrown their 2 cents in as far as what they think of it. General consensus seems to be pretty negative. Most people, both people like me who talk about Star Trek in public for a living and people who are just fans, people in the audience that just watch the movie, most people seem to have not liked it very much, have not thought it was very good. But there is, of course, a particular subset of the fan base that has taken the negative reception of Section 31 as a big bloody hunk of red meat. And it has led to some extremely vitriolic reactions to Section 31, the movie, and also to some of the people who made it. And that brings me to this post that I saw yesterday on Blue Sky by my friend and fellow Star Trek themed YouTuber Sean Ferrick, which said, and by the way, Sean is with Trek Culture, and Sean is one of the good ones. The whole gang over there at Trek Culture are okay in my book, and Sean in particular is an absolute prince and is incredibly funny and clever and great on camera, and I just have boundless appreciation and admiration for him. Good on you, Sean, just in general. And Sean had this to say about some of these vitriolic responses that he has seen in his videos related to Star Trek. And this has been sort of kicked off by the negative reaction to the Section 31 movie. Sean says, I'll give you an idea where we're at. I get hate pretty much all the time for not calling for Kurtzman's job. I'm used to it at this stage. But what I won't and will never tolerate are the death threats against him I've had to delete from the comments. I don't know Alex Kurtzman, but I've been called every name under the sun just for interviewing him for 5 minutes. People have commented on our channel calling for him to be thrown from a tall building. And these comments were getting likes. I think most of you know me. I'll chat, I'll engage, and we can happily disagree about anything in Star Trek. It's one of the genuine joys of doing this. I've been called a shill often, as I don't rage bait. I'm used to that now if you're trying to get a rise out of me. But death threats to anyone for any reason because you don't like the Star Trek they make? No. Dislike the man's work or direction or ideas to your heart's content. That's entirely up to you. But what are we as a community if instead of discussing what we like, dislike, or want to see in the future, we're seeing people calling for the murder of a man and others thinking it's funny? And I weighed in and shared my own thoughts on the matter, and basically, I agree with Sean. It's ridiculous. And my thread on the subject ends with the statement of, if you find yourself so attached to Star Trek or to any other property, Star Wars, a particular superhero franchise, any show, any movie, whatever it is, if you find yourself so attached to it that you take it personally when that franchise produces a project that you don't like, to the point that you're willing to bully and harass and threaten the people who made that thing you don't like, or also bully, harass, and threaten other fans who maybe did like it more than you do. If you've gotten to that point, it is time to detach yourself from this thing that you are attached to, because you are overly attached to it. And I want to take this video to respond to one of the more common responses to what I just said. Because I've said this kind of thing before, like if you like Star Trek or Star Wars or whatever so much that you actually get mad at the people who made it when they make part of it that you don't like, then you're overly attached and you need to back off. You need to gain some perspective. And whenever I say that, invariably, there are people who comment and say, but Steve, you don't understand. For some of us, Star Trek is all we have. For some of us, Star Wars is all we have. And when something comes out that Star Trek or Star Wars or MCU or DCU or whatever that disappoints us, that doesn't live up to our expectations, that we feel betrays the essential spirit of this thing that we love and that is so important to us, Steve, we do take it personally. You don't understand, because maybe it's not important to you, but it is important to a lot of us. And you should be more understanding and more considerate of that. And I have two responses to that. First of all, I kind of bristle at the implication that just because I don't take it personally when there's a bad thing under that banner, that means I don't care about Star Trek or Star Wars or whatever, that it must not be really important to me. If I see a Star Wars movie that I think is bad, but I don't get angry about it, and I don't harass the people who made it, and I don't join like online hate campaigns against it, because I don't go that far, well, then it must mean that Star Wars isn't important to me. If a bad Star Wars movie or a bad Star Trek movie or a bad Star Trek TV show or whatever, if it doesn't ruin my day or my month or whatever, then that just means that it's not actually important to me. Fanatics don't get to claim that they are the only legitimate members of a fandom. Okay? That's number one. If you are a fanatic, obsessive fan of something, your fandom is no more authentic than anyone else's. And number two, if you are that kind of a fan, and Star Wars or Star Trek or whatever it is we're talking about does mean that much to you, it's all you have. And I'm not trying to be mean when I say this. It might come across that way, but that's not how I intend it. But apparently somebody needs to tell you this, and if it's me, so be it. If that is your situation, if you get angry at bad Star Trek or bad Star Wars, and you get angry at the people who make what you consider to be bad Star Trek or bad Star Wars, because it's just that important to you, it means that much to you, if that is the situation, that's your problem. That in no way justifies taking it out on other people. If you see a bad Star Trek movie, or a bad Star Trek show, or a bad Star Wars movie, or a bad Star Wars show, or whatever, and it ruins your day, you have like a serious emotional reaction to it where you're genuinely upset and depressed, that's something you need to deal with. That does not give you the right to take it out on anyone else. Not the people who made it, not other fans who like it more than you. Nobody. Nobody. You need to deal with that yourself. If you are that close to it, that's your problem. And nobody else owes anything to you. Just because you care about it so much, that doesn't entitle you to special privileges that other people in the audience don't have. You need to deal with that without making your problem someone else's problem. So this argument, this response of, well, you just don't understand how much Star Wars or Star Trek or whatever means to people. It doesn't matter. Not in this case. It doesn't matter. You can't say, well, yes, of course, I publicly wished Alex Kurtzman dead, and I joined in harassment campaigns against actors or producers or writers or whatever who I blamed for things I didn't like. But it's justifiable that I did that. You need to be understanding of my position. I just love it so much. At the end of the day, regardless of how you feel about it, what happened to you was you saw a movie that you didn't like. You saw a TV show you didn't like. You read a comic book you didn't like. That's what happened. You have not actually been injured in any way. That show or comic or movie or what have you was not made for you. You don't own it. You have no right to impose your expectations on it, your expectations of it, on anyone else. That's you. That's you. And just because it means something to you, just because it means everything to you, that doesn't mean it has to mean the same thing in the same way to anyone else. So handle your bullshit. If you are one of those fans that feels entitled to throw public tantrums and publicly harass people and try to ruin other people's day and bully people and threaten people because they made something you didn't like, and you feel like it's your right to take it out on them in that way because you just care about it so much, handle your business. Unfuck yourself would be my advice. Take it for what it's worth. Obviously, I don't care about the thing as much as you do. I've never thought of bullying or harassing or abusing or threatening someone because they had something to do with a TV show or a movie I didn't like. Clearly, I just don't understand it as much as you do. Clearly, I just don't care about it as much as you do. It gives you no right to behave that way. It's at the end of the day, and this is coming from someone, a lifelong fan, a lifelong lover of movies and TV and comics and just art in general. A lifelong lover of stories and storytelling. At the end of the day, it's just a fucking movie. And if that's how you react to seeing a movie that you didn't like, if that's how you react to being disappointed by a movie or a show, you need to figure your fucking shit out. And you need to stop making it everybody else's problem. On Saturday, Trump imposed tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China. Those tariffs officially go into effect the day this video is being published, Tuesday, which means we, the United States, are now in a trade war with, among others, Canada, one of our closest allies. And then, on Sunday, it was reported that individuals associated with the Department of Government Efficiency, Elon Musk's imaginary agency, empowered by Trump to slash federal spending, had gained access to the offices of the U.S. Agency for International Development, or USAID, access which they gained over the objections of security guards and other USAID officials. And Musk and his DOGE, I'm not gonna say fucking Doge, his DOGE cronies are currently in the process of shutting down USAID, which is the primary federal agency responsible for administering foreign assistance. So how was your weekend? I'm gonna try to smash both of these stories together into a single video, so let me start with these tariffs. Why is Trump imposing tariffs again? He explained over the weekend in 2 posts to his Twitter knockoff website, Truth Social, because we have a president who governs via social media. Isn't it great? It's also great. First, on Saturday, Trump posted, quote, "Today I have implemented a 25% tariff on imports from Mexico and Canada, 10% on Canadian energy, and a 10% additional tariff on China. This was done through the International Emergency Economic Powers Act because of the major threat of illegal aliens and deadly drugs killing our citizens, including fentanyl. We need to protect Americans, and it is my duty as president to ensure the safety of all. I made a promise on my campaign to stop the flood of illegal aliens and drugs from pouring across our borders, and Americans overwhelmingly voted in favor of it." Americans didn't overwhelmingly vote in favor of it or him. He won the popular vote by 1.5%. He got less than 50% of the popular vote, and only 64% of eligible voters even bothered to vote. Also, fun fact, according to Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who might know more about this than Donald Trump, I'm just throwing that possibility out there, less than 1% of illegal border crossings into the U.S. are across the U.S.-Canadian border. And less than 1% of the fentanyl that comes into the U.S. comes through Canada. How about that? But hey, just because the reasoning for the tariffs, specifically the tariffs imposed on Canada, doesn't hold water, that doesn't mean Trump's tariffs are a bad idea. On Sunday, Trump posted this, quote, "The tariff lobby, headed by the globalist and always wrong Wall Street Journal, is working hard to justify countries like Canada, Mexico, China, and too many others to name continue the decades-long rip-off of America, both with regard to trade, crime, and poisonous drugs that are allowed to so freely flow into America. Those days are over. The USA has major deficits with Canada, Mexico, and China, and almost all countries, owes $36 trillion, and we're not going to be the stupid country any longer. Make your product in the USA and there are no tariffs. Why should the United States lose trillions of dollars in subsidizing other countries? And why should these other countries pay a small fraction of the cost of what USA citizens pay for the drugs and pharmaceuticals, as an example? This will be the golden age of America. Will there be some pain? Yes, maybe, and maybe not. But we will make America great again, and it will all be worth the price that must be paid. We are a country that is now being run with common sense, and the results will be spectacular. There's a lot there. Globalist. He still thinks trade deficits mean the other country owes us money. The usual ranting about how he's bringing about a new golden age for America. But I want to focus on 2 points that are buried in there. First, he says, why should those other countries pay a small fraction of the cost of what USA citizens pay for drugs and pharmaceuticals? And this says a lot about Trump's worldview, I think. His preferred solution to any perceived problem, really, is always to hurt rather than to help. Americans pay a lot more for drugs than people in other countries. What's Trump's solution to that problem? Does he try to make drugs here less expensive? Does he try to make it so Americans pay less? No, his solution is to try and make it so that everybody else gets fucked on drug prices just as much as Americans do. It's not, why should you have to pay more than everybody else? It's, why shouldn't everybody else have to pay as much as you? He doesn't want to help you. He wants you to feel good that he's making sure other people are hurting too. What a piece of shit. Second, did you notice the will there be some pain? Yes, maybe bit in there? He said this on a couple of other occasions lately too, when journalists have asked him about the economic impact of his tariffs. It sure sounds different from when he talked about tariffs during the campaign, doesn't it? Back then, all those 3 or 4 months ago. Remember when he talked about it then, it was, well, prices won't go up. Tariffs won't make things more expensive. American consumers won't have to pay for the tariffs. The countries targeted by the tariffs will pay for the tariffs.
Why did I open this?
Not the American people.
What?
Now all of a sudden it's, well, sure, there will be some pain, but people will understand. And it'll all be worth it. Trust me. It will all be worth the price that must be paid. But you said there was no price to be paid, Donald. It's like he took you out to a fancy restaurant and said, go ahead, order the most expensive thing on the menu. It's okay. They don't make you pay for it. And then you get the bill because of course they make you pay for it. And you can't afford it. Actually, no, that analogy compares tariffs to a gourmet meal. I don't like that. That feels wrong. It's not like that at all. It's more like Donald Trump ran you over with his car and broke both your legs and told you, it's okay, I know this hospital where they treat you for free. And he drops you off at that hospital and you crawl your broken-legged ass into the emergency room, and that's when you realize that not only do they not treat you for free here, they only take cash. It's a lot more like that on second thought. Also, one last quick thing on these tariffs. The tariffs directed at Mexico have apparently been paused for 30 days, with Trump announcing via a post on shittier Twitter, where else, that Mexico has agreed to send 10,000 troops to the U.S.-Mexico border to assist in stopping undocumented migrants and fentanyl smuggling. And as a part of this deal, Trump has agreed to postpone the tariffs imposed on Mexico, and Trump supporters are all over social media declaring victory and hailing Trump as this brilliant, hard-ass negotiator who has gotten Mexico to fall in line. But people who aren't dipshit cult members are pointing out that 4 years ago, President Biden also got the Mexican government to deploy an additional 10,000 troops to the border, and also got Guatemala and Honduras to commit additional forces to help control migrants as well. Let me make it clear that I don't support deploying the military against migrants, no matter who the president is. It was fucked up when Biden did it, and it's fucked up when Trump does it. But I do find it interesting how Biden was somehow able to get Mexico and 2 more countries on board with his anti-immigration efforts, without starting a trade war against the two countries we share land borders with. How did Biden do it? I bet it was Marxism. Biden was always doing Marxism. Moving on to the U.S. aid story. Here's what's going on there in brief from NPR. From an article with the headline, "Why Does Musk Want U.S. Aid to Die? And Why Did Its Website Disappear?" by Melody Schreiber, originally published on February 2nd. Quote, "It's been a tumultuous week for U.S. aid, the U.S. Agency for International Development. On Saturday, sometime after 3 a.m., its website went down, according to the Internet Archive, a nonprofit group that tracks web pages. Some browsers display the error message, 'This site can't be reached. Check if there is a typo in usaid.gov. The agency's account on X, formerly Twitter, has also been deleted. Early Monday morning, Elon Musk, speaking during a live space conversation on X, said his Department of Government Efficiency is in the process of shutting down USAID. On Sunday, Musk wrote on X that USAID is a, quote, criminal organization. It needs to die, he wrote. AP reported that workers at the Department of Government Efficiency were denied access to confidential documents at USAID on Saturday, and that the Trump administration subsequently put on leave the two USAID security officials who refused to grant access. Why is it a criminal organization? Why does it need to die? I don't know. But it is. And it does, according to Elon Musk, who is definitely the person who should be deciding these things. Trump also said that the people running USAID were, quote, lunatics. Why? What are they doing that's so horrible? Just everything, I guess. Here's more on what went down at the USAID offices over the weekend from ABC News. Headline, Turmoil Inside USAID. Quoting from the article, on Friday night, a dramatic scene played out when a group of individuals who identified themselves as State Department employees and DOGE representatives arrived at the USAID offices in the Ronald Reagan building and demanded immediate access to every office, according to sources familiar with the incident. It is unclear what legal authority, if any, DOGE representatives have to make such demands. It looked like people who dressed up for their first job interview, a source said. After initially being denied entry, the group told security guards that if they were not granted entry, they would call the U.S. Marshals Service, sources said. The guards ultimately complied, the source said. And continuing from a bit further down in the article, when shown Musk's posts on X targeting USAID, a senior official for the agency told ABC News, the warp speed of this mafia-like takeover has shaken USAID staff to the core. We are not criminals. Where are Republican senators like Senator Graham and Risch, who have supported the good work of this agency in the past? Will they speak out? The official asked. Yes, USAID needs reform like all agencies, but we'd expect this to come with a degree of thought and involvement from Congress. USAID, again, that's United States Agency for International Development, distributes American foreign aid. It spends billions of dollars a year on assistance for people living in poverty, disaster relief, environmental programs, job training programs, and all kinds of other projects all over the world. Is it perfect? No. Foreign aid in general is often politicized, used to push American interests abroad in addition to helping those in need. But is it good? Yes. On the whole, it's good. It's a good thing we do. It's also not something that the president or his nebulously empowered cronies can just up and decide to shut down. USAID was created by an act of Congress. The money it spends is appropriated by Congress. And if Trump or Elon Musk or anyone else wants to shut it down or fold it into the State Department or do anything else to change the fundamental structure and operation of it, they need congressional action. So this is probably yet another attempted executive action of Trump's that is going to wind up in the courts, and we'll all get to watch and see if the courts decide to uphold the law or allow Trump to do what he wants, because those two things are almost always mutually exclusive. The point I want to hit with this, as with the tariffs, is more of a philosophical one. It also reveals the mindset with which Trump and Musk and all the greedy little aspiring tyrants that are now running this country are operating. I don't know why specifically Elon Musk has decided U.S. aid is a criminal organization. I mean, the U.S. aid mission in South Africa did help to end apartheid, and Elon is a South African white supremacist, but I'm sure that's just a coincidence. However, I do have a good guess why he and Trump are against foreign aid in general. They view everything as transactional. If the U.S. gives billions of dollars to other countries, that's not just a gain for those countries, it's a loss for us. We're giving money away. Why would we do that? That weakens us. So goes the thought process of a person with this mentality. As Donald Trump and Elon Musk see it, the United States owes the rest of the world nothing. To them, our wealth and power as a nation imposes no responsibility to use some of that wealth and some of that power to make the world a better place, to lift people up, which makes sense because that's how they view their personal roles as well. Success is an end unto itself, and you don't get successful by spending money, do you? And if you are successful and you do accumulate a lot of money and a lot of influence, well, that's yours. You're under no obligation, moral or otherwise, to share it with anyone, to use it to benefit anyone other than yourself. If you give your money away, if you use your power to help a person in need, to lift someone up, someone who can't give you something of equal or greater value in return, you're just letting yourself be taken advantage of. And again, I'm not saying the motivation behind foreign aid was ever purely humanitarian in the past. It definitely wasn't. But that recognition of a larger responsibility was at least in there somewhere. Not anymore. When I started this video, I wasn't sure how I was going